Let's get it. I should do that. I should definitely do that. So I don't think it's being captured. There we go. Let's see. That should be better. Perfect. Alright, okay. Okay, let's see what we got. The fuck we got going on. Okay, cool. That's alright. Alright, so what we can do is get out of that. And then create empty. Enemy spawner. Enemy spawner for the octagon. Okay, cool. So we're gonna reset that. Go here. Big ass level we got. Okay, cool. Let's start making the enemy spawner. So, what we want to do is go to our scripts. So we're in our scripts, and go in not abilities. Go to AI enemies. We go into our enemies. Let's just keep it in AI. I think that makes sense. And we want to create a script. Enemy spawner. Perfect. Right, wait for that to compile. Now that's compiled. We open it up. And we still need to wait for IntelliSense to do its thing. looks like it's fine. No, it's not. I'll wait for that to load. Let's go to itch. "42 joined." All right. And from there, still wait for this to show you 0 references, and then we can start coding. So basically what we want to do is that we want to create a void spawn enemy. Okay? So that's the first thing that we want to do. How do we want it to work? So if we think of the architecture of the enemy spawner, let's not write it here while we wait for that to do its thing. Cool. Go to game ideas. Okay, cool. So we want to start working on, okay, so that's the level layout design, which has completely changed, which is okay. So then we'll go here. Enemy spawner. Grab this, duplicate that, put that underneath there. We are on a time clock, Jack. That light in the sky, do you know what it is? Okay, cool. So for the enemy spawner, we want to be able to set how many enemies spawn in a level, how many waves there will be, what type of enemies we are going to spawn. Okay, cool. So we need amount of enemies to spawn, which is going to equal float an int, and then okay, so amount of enemies to spawn, we want that. We want amount of waves, which is also going to equal an int. We want enemy types, which is going to equal an enum. Yes, we want an enum for that. Okay, cool. So we get the enum for that. This is due in 2 days and 21 hours. So today, what we can do is we can focus on creating this enemy spawner. Then once we're done with creating the enemy spawner, test it out, play it around for a bit, park that, go over to this game jam over here, Addy Valentine's Game Jamboree, which we have 2 days, 21 hours, 5 minutes, and 4 seconds to submit the project. I have a good idea for this. The theme is cheating. We can see how creatively you can interpret the theme. Bending the rules is the game after all. I'm not saying that you should try to take this theme too far. Okay, that's fine. My idea that I have for it works. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be a good idea. I just need to fucking graft it, which is the plan, you know? All right. Cool. So check Twitter one more time. Have another sippy sip. cool. So piece of enemies to spawn. Okay, cool. So we need the methods that we want is spawn enemy. This will get the spawn locations and spawn each enemy one by one at each location, and only when all of the designated enemies have been destroyed, then we increment the wave level. Okay, cool. So that implies we need another method to check okay, that's a completely different script. So that's the enemy spawner, which works in tandem with the with the wave manager, not wave manager, enemy wave manager. Okay, cool. So with the wave enemy manager, this script is going to manage how many waves there need to be and increment the wave level once a certain amount of enemies have been destroyed. Certain increment the wave level once a certain amount of enemies have been destroyed. This is actually what let's switch on the lights. It's gonna make things a little bit brighter, which is good, which is good. Good sheet. Yes sir, yes sir, yes sir. Okay, so let's go back to this. This is the enemy spawner, so we need a list of enemy spawn locations, which is going to equal a list. Okay, cool. That's good. Good stuff. So what we need here is, let me grab this, put this to the side, and then cool. So we have a public int enemies to spawn. Then we have enemy types, and then we need a public list of transforms, which is going to be enemy spawn locations, which is going to equal a new list of type transform. Cool, so we can minimize this, wait for it to compile. While that's compiling, actually, what I want to do is, another thing that needs to work in tandem with this is enemy spawner. We can have a script for spawn location manager. Spawn location manager. Caps lock. This script is going to be a public static reference to all of the spawn locations that the enemy spawner can use. There we go. So, with that being said, this is where we can have the enemy spawn locations, which is going to equal a list. We should also have a debug draw to see where these locations are going to be. Cool. So while we're doing that, on gizmos, I think I remember how to do that method. Yeah, that's fine. So we pop that to the side and we look at the. So let's create an empty and we'll call this spawn manager. Cool. So let us reset this. Okay, so we've got that. Create another C# script that's enemy spawn location manager. So we have that, which is great. Enemy spawn location manager, we do that. And I'm also going to create another C# script called enemy type, just so that we can have a public enum that everyone can access and reference. That'd be great. So let's open this. I'm going to delete all of this. This is going to be a public enum called enemy type. And we have the gunner. Got the turret. We've got the kamikaze. And we've got the mine. Okay, cool. So that's good. Good. So let me do that. Type the namespace, global namespace already contains enemy type view problem. Where? Where is it? Oh, you know what? You know where it is. You know where it is. Enemy type. So we already have one for enemy types. What we can do is open this, go to project, go to enemies, and then enemy type. TypeScript, yeah. So we can just get rid of this, delete that. That's going to sort everything out. Get rid of this pop-up, go to console, clear. Pool, gunner. Object pool of enemy type. Okay, so we are going to fix all of this. So let's go to project, let's go to enemies. So what we can do is just have this of type enemy. Cool. That fixed one problem. This is the pool kamikaze. It's going to be of type enemy. Perfect. And we can go here. It's going to be of type enemy. And we can go here. Pool turret. This can be of type enemy. Cool. Now we have all sorts of problems. So, if current switch type, we have enemy type, which is type. So enemy type dot, we'll come back to the die method just now. Come back to that, we'll definitely come back to that. What if I switch this light on? That is a lot of light coming into the system. I'm lit a lot better. Yeah, that makes more sense. That makes a whole lot more sense. Yeah, I like that. I like that. I'ma need that. While we do that, my power's gonna go out. And while the power's out, I'm gonna draw. So I need to make sure that my iPad, 81%, that's good. Let's charge my pen. Where is my Apple charger? I'll be right back, gang. Let me just go get my charger. I've returned. Now, we can charge this with impunity. Okay, pencil drawing. Well, pencil is charging. That's good, at least. So now, what we can do. Cool, so what are we doing? Okay, so all those errors have been cleared. So now, what we have is close that, close that, close that, close that. Got enemy type, which is great. So I have enemy spawner. And then we can have, this is tricky because we can have enemy type. Don't want to throw all the enemies in like a list, right? So, because we want this to be a switch statement. And that's tricky because we do want like different enemies to be spawned, right? So, why don't we prefab them? Yeah, let's do that. So we can have a header. And then here we can have enemy prefabs, and then duplicate that again, and then we can have so yeah, so let's just keep it simple. You can go serialized field game object gunner enemy. Cool, so we have the gunner enemy. Alright, so what we can do, hey Tony, wow, go on my guy, big ups, morning from Oregon, good evening from SA. Hope you had a good morning, buddy. I'll be streaming until my power goes out in, power's gonna go out in 51 minutes, so yeah. Wait, does that make sense? No, 41 minutes. No, my math is bad. 49 minutes, yes. My power's gonna go out in 49 minutes. So that's what's happening. And then, right now I'm just making an enemy spawner to spawn the enemies in the level. And what we can do is, for the sake of testing, let's go make this a serialized field, an int enemy amount to spawn. Cool. And then we can just make this a for loop, I greater than enemy amount to spawn. What we're gonna do is we want to first get to this enemy location spawn manager, and we want a public list of transforms. Let's transform enemy spawn locations, which is going to equal a new list of type transform, and then that is a new list of type transform, and we don't need a start method or anything, it's just going to contain that information. Cool, so we do that, wait for everything to compile, scratch my eye. There we go. Oh, goodness. That was good. That felt good. Alright. Focus. We don't have time. So, inside the spawn manager, we are going to have another empty called spawn location manager, and then here is where we can add the component of spawn location manager. This is where we're going to put all the transforms, and then going back to scripts, we can create a new folder called debug, and then in that folder we can put spawn location, no, let's go debug spawn location. Yeah, debug spawn location. Okay, cool. So what we can do is create an empty and call this spawn location. Alright, so that's the spawn location. Drop that down there. Open up that script. Then we can do on gizmos, on draw gizmos dot color is going to equal color dot white, which is good, and then we want to draw, is it gizmos dot draw sphere? Yes, gizmos dot draw sphere, transform dot position, and we want the radius to be 3. Cool. Then let's minimize that, wait for that to compile. Cool, yeah, now we've got a visual representation of the spawn location. Now we want to make sure that this snaps to the grid. And we can go one by one. So let's put a spawn location here, and then we can duplicate this. Let's put a spawn location over here, duplicate that, put a spawn location over here, grab this guy, duplicate that, put a spawn location over here, organize them properly. So we have the spawn location manager here, lock this, grab these guys, put them in the list. Okay, so all these spawn locations are accounted for. So what we can do now, so that's a spawn location manager. Now we're going to create another empty called spawn, called the spawn manager, which is fine. Then we can put the enemy spawner over here. Go back here, enemies to spawn. We don't need enemy spawn location since we already got that. Let's go here and make this a public static enemy spawn location manager. We call this instance. And then we just have an awake method saying instance equals this. Good stuff. So now everyone can access that. So we've got the enemy spawner. And what we want to do is let's make this an I enumerator. And then we want to yield, return new, wait for seconds, wait 1 second between that, and then we're going to start a coroutine, and that is going to be spawn enemy. Cool, it's going to start that coroutine, which is good. And then all I want you to do is just log spawning enemy, just to see if you've got the code the way that we want it. So if we go to the console and we set enemies to spawn to 4, we should see 4 messages of spawning enemy when we start. So let's press play. So that's 1, 2, spawning enemy. The reference script is missing a behavior. Gunner enemy is missing a behavior. Okay, no, that's fine. Gunner enemy is missing a script. Let's remove that component. And then that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. So if we press play, alright, so it does log 3 times, which is great. That's good. So we know that that's working. So what we can do is show this enemy gunner, go here, overrides, apply. Okay, let's go to the actual prefab and sort it out, because you are missing a script. I understand that. No, where did I go? Prefabs, enemies, and then from here, what we can do is train of thought, yes. Go to the gun enemy, go here, you're missing a script, remove this component, that's gonna save, enable enemy fire, that's great. I'm gonna change the visuals soon, next stream definitely, or even like after the stream, I'll definitely do that. can I make sure I can't touch this? Because that's annoying. Okay, cool. So we've got the gunner enemy. We are still going to minimize this, and then we go to the spawn manager. The spawn manager here. We'll put the gunner enemy over here. And what we want to do is we don't want to log this anymore. What we want to do is from the object pool of, where are my object pools of pool gunner enemy? Okay, cool, we want that, but I want the method that allows us to, we want to just copy this method here and then go down to pool spawner, go here, we do that. We don't even need that anymore, yeah, now that we have the object pool, we can just grab from the object pool and just make, yeah. So what we can do is still get that header back, so header, go here, enemies, and then what we want is a enemy current, yeah, let's call it current gunner enemy. Okay, cool. So we can take all of this, take that, paste that there, paste that there, paste that there, paste that there. You want to set the damage value of anything. Set the transform. There we go. There we go. Set the direction. We don't need to set the direction because it does all of that when the script starts. So this is going to be from pool gunner enemy. There we go. Okay. Current transform dot position is, we don't want to reset projectile, we want to create gunner enemy. So from creating a gunner enemy, we want to feed it a transform for the spawn point, and we want to feed it another transform for the parent. So the parent is going to equal parent, and this is going to be spawn point dot position. Okay, cool. And then we want to say create gunner enemy. The transform that we want to feed it is the current enemy, and we want to do a serialized field for a transform, and that transform is going to be gunner enemy parent. Okay, cool. So this is going to be, so we need a transform for the spawn point, which is going to be enemy spawn location manager dot instance dot enemy spawn locations I, then comma gunner enemy parent. So in theory, if I've coded this correctly, we should see 4 enemies created in the game, and they should all come towards the player, right? Because enemy amount to spawn is going to be 4. There's 4 spawn locations. I is going to increment, so it's going to go from 0, 1, 2, and then 3. And then all the parents are going to be the gunner enemy parents. And then what I need to make sure of is that we are getting the right prefab. And then this is going to be world, object pools, enemy pools. Let's put enemies up here. We want the gunner enemy pool is going to be gunner enemy. Yes sir, yes sir, yes sir. And the gunner enemy does have the script of type enemy. Does it? Doesn't look like it. Spray run enemy health bar. It does have enemy. Okay, cool. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Then I just want to open this. Start player.instant.transform, which is good. Alright, no, that's fine. So we can minimize this. Save that. Cross our fingers. Inshallah this works. We cross our fingers. Take a sip of our nondescript energy drink. Cool. Sip of our nondescript enemy drink. Enemy drink spotted. Okay, cool. So if we go here, should do exactly what we're asking it to do. So that's one enemy, four enemies. There we go. Hold on, let's pause. Get component requires that the requested component enemy type derives from mono behavior or component is an interface. What are you asking for? Enemy type equals game object dot enemy. I hear that chat. I hear that chat. However, we got bullets going around. Enemies are coming through. Let's put on the rapid fire. Reload. Jesus, they don't die. Get the shotty. Okay, we're hitting them. Okay, as we can see, the enemies are clumping. We don't necessarily want that. And they're not dying because we still need to fix the dying function. So let's fix this first. So we don't need that, which is great. And we don't need, we still might need enemy type. Okay, cool. So if current health is less than or equal to 0, we have a switch case, enemy type dot current enemy. No, we just need so we have enemy type, and that's going to be enemy type. Yeah, so we just need enemy type. So that's going to be enemy type. That's going to be case, enemy type gunner. This is going to be enemy type kamikaze. This is going to be enemy type turret. And this is going to be enemy type mine. Okay, cool. So what we want to do is pull gunner enemy.instance.return to object game object dot get component enemy. There we go. That's what we want to return. Look at you working your magic. Hella impressive, brother. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Tony. Thank you. Ooh. Okay, cool. So now that we've done this, when we kill the enemies, they should die, and we should see a little explosion when that happens. Okay, cool. So at least we know it spawns the enemy, which is good. Let's see, that's one enemy. Let's get the rapid fire out. Boom, boom, explosion. There we go. Boom, explosion. There we go. Okay, cool. That works. Look at me. I created an enemy spawner in 30 minutes. Genius, genius, genius. Okay, cool. So that was that. However, I will not lie, we are missing the fun factor. So it needs to be a little more fun. All right. And what can we do to make this fun? So if I am playing this game and already when they spawn, the bullets are flying at me, right? Cool. It's still a little too easy for me to kill them, right? I think their bullets need to fly. Step number one is their bullets need to not collide with themselves. That's step number one, because that's whack. So what we can do is go down to the project, go to our assets, go to our prefabs, go to our go to our projectiles, and then we go to enemy projectile, and our enemy projectile is tagged as enemy projectile. So we can go to the project settings and we can go to physics 2D, and we can, nope, don't do that. Stay there, behave. Okay, we can do that, and we need to make sure that the layer collision matrix, so the enemy projectile does not collide with, firstly, enemy projectiles should not collide with each other. That's step number one. And then enemy projectile should not collide with enemy. So we go to enemies and we see what they're tagged as. They are tagged under default, which is not what we want. We want to tag, add a new layer, and we call this layer enemy. Okay, sweet. So now new matrix has been added. So we don't want the enemy projectile to collide with the enemy. So if everything we did worked, their bullets should be able to fly past each other and their bullets should not be colliding with each other. So let's get them to clump up, because that's also very dumb. Okay, they're still colliding with each other, which is not great. So I did something wrong with the prefabs, enemies, gunner enemy. Oh, I didn't tag it as enemy. Yes, change the children, which is exactly what we want. Okay. And then we need to make sure that for the projectiles, any projectile is still tagged, the layer mask is enemy projectile, which is exactly what we want. So when we press play, let's make sure that that doesn't happen again. It's very easy to avoid them. And it does look like the bullets are flying past them. That's good. Okay, that's good. Ow, ow, my health, ow. Get the blaster. Woo, reload. Woo, blasted. Okay, cool. So that's step one. The things aren't colliding with each other. Step number two, the projectile speed is way too slow. So let's set this to 20. Not 22, we want to set this to 20. Okay, cool. So let's see how that works. And then not going nearly as fast enough. Alright. So it's still a little too easy. What if we set the projectile speed to 50? We save that. Save that. Let's see. Are the bullets going faster? I don't think they are. I think we changed the speed of the bullets somewhere else. So let's go to enemy projectile and let's go to the enemy projectile script. And we say speed equals value. Oh yes, I remember where we changed it. So set projectile speed has 6 references, and I think it's set based on the threat level. So the set projectile speed is based on the projectile speed value. So if we exit out of this, and then we go to the assets, and then we go to the prefab, then we go to the gunner enemy, and we check up the threat level. So projectile speed, the threat level is set to low. That's why things went going fast. Let's see. Let's change it to elevated and see what we got going on. So if we change it to elevated, okay. There we go. Things are moving a little bit faster. That's great. Cool. Alright, so we've got that. So they're shooting 1 bullet at a time. Reload the blaster. Okay. No, don't do that. I'm gonna die. Okay, that's fine. So that's that step done, right? However, these enemies, they claim they're small. We don't want them to be small. We don't want them to be small. We want them to be big. So let's change the scale to 3. And let's see what that's looking like. Whoa, those are some big boys. Big boys. Easier to hit now, I will say that much. You can see the health bars clearly if we change it to rapid fire. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. It's somewhat satisfying to kill them. We're getting close to the fun factor. This is the most important thing. The game is not fun to play. There's no reason for me to carry on past this point. So we need to see why. Because I don't know if you saw that first enemy was like really tiny. And we don't want that to happen. So let's exit out of this. See everything again. Go back here. Press play. Big enemy boy, another one, and another one. Cool. So they're big. I'm getting hit with the projectiles. That's cool. Okay, so we fixed the problem of them being too small. Alright, so yeah, so game feel and game fun it's a very tricky thing to get, because now what I need to do is I need to go to what I need to do is I need to drop an enemy gunner in here, right? And then on top of that, I need to grab enemy VFX hit, okay? And why is my fan making such noise? Relax. Okay, cool. So we're going to get this hit effect, and we're going to place it over on this enemy. We're going to get the sparks, and we're going to play. It's not that big anymore, which is not that great. We want it to be a little bit bigger. So what we can do is increase the scale of this to 3 as well, so that when we play, it's not that big either. It's not that great. So let's increase this to 5, and if we play it again, okay, maybe let's not increase that. Let's keep it at 1. That's cool. And then the actual sparks, that's what we're going to increase. So let's increase this to 5. If you press play, ooh, chunky VFX. Then if you press play again, 3 seems to be cool. So what we can do is I can go overrides, apply all. Great stuff. And then we can delete this. Good stuff so far. And what I can do now, okay, what I can do now is we can test it out to see if the VFX are showing the way that they're supposed to. Okay, we got big horse over there. All right, chunky. All right, good feedback. I hit him with a stunner. Ooh, okay, cool. Satisfying to kill them. Still not much of a challenge yet. So what I can do, first of all, those bullets are way too small. And the enemies are way too big. So no, control, we don't want to do that. So let's go back to the enemies, the gunner enemy. Let's just make them 2. Increase the scale by 2. And then we can go back to prefabs and go back to projectiles. We can go to enemy projectile and we can make the enemy projectile, let's make it 3. Scale it up 3. So let's press play. Okay, oh, they're shooting big boy, but oh god. Okay. All right. Perfect. Okay, we're getting there. Hit him with the stunner. Boom. Okay, cool. That's great. We're getting there. I felt a little bit, like just a little bit of fun. Because I saw the big bullets coming towards me. Okay, how much time we have? We have 15 minutes. What I can do is we can make the bullets look a little more dangerous. But you saw that like they're all like weak colored. So I want all of their projectiles to be red because red, common color of lay enemy. So we can go to materials, we can go to shaders, and I want the standard projectile shader. What I can do is create a material out of this, and then this is the standard projectile enemy projectile. Cool. So that's the enemy projectile. And I can go to projects, and I can go to materials. Let's lock this as well. I can go to projectiles. This is for, we can create another folder. We can call this player. And I put all of these into the player. And then I create another folder. And I put this into the enemy. Put the enemy here. Enemy projectile here. Do the color here. HDRI. Increase the intensity, go to assets, and then go to the prefabs, projectiles, enemy projectile. What I want to do now is open this up, go over here, yeah, big bullets, circle, obviously you want the base color to be red, and then we want this material, okay. And the light's there, however, let's just see what it looks like when we just drag it into the scene. We drag it into the scene. Oh, it's glowing, we're getting there, we're getting something a little better. Let us increase the intensity of the bullet. Okay, so now this looks a little more dangerous. So, we've got that enemy projectile there. What I want to do is that I want to add a trail. So, I'm going to go to prefabs, I'm going to go to projectiles, I'm going to go to player, And then I'm going to go grab this single shot prefab over here. I'm going to go here. I'm going to duplicate this particle system. And I'm just going to drop it in here. Cool. So then there's nothing to override here. Put the particle system over here. We call this particle system underscore trail. And we also want this specific particle system to be of projectile enemy type. There we go. And let us overrides, apply all the overrides. Okay, we got 14 minutes until the power goes out. We don't need you. Let's just go here. And I just want to have a look at this trail. And we want to zero out the trail 0, 0. And we want this to be 1. So if I move the trail, why are you not moving? 0, 0. Let's undo the magnet. Let's play it. Okay, that's cool. Perfect. Alright. So let's 0 you out and then 0 you out. Do that and then go here, overrides, apply all. Alright, okay, cool. So we've got the enemy projectile, we've applied all the overrides. Let's get rid of that. Let's play the game. Let's see if we feel something. Let's see if we feel something. Okay, let's press play. Yo, Aaron, what's up, my guy? Okay. Ooh, okay. I'm feeling a little something. I'm feeling something. I still feel... No, don't do that. Ah, I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. I have no more health. Okay, so if I put in the rapid fire... Okay, that's fine. I felt a little something. A little something. Yeah, Unity. We're making games, but we're making games. Take me back to the days we used to hang out at your place, dog. And playing Dragon Ball Z, playing Rayman, playing The Sims on your PC. Ah, those were fun times. Then you had the trampoline and we swam at the pool. Ah, those are beautiful times, beautiful times. Oh. Great stuff, great stuff. Yeah, dude, sleepovers at your house were the fucking best in primary. Those are fucking great. Bloom effects look great. Thanks. I'm trying to get... I don't want it to be too overwhelming, so I'm just trying to test things out. Enemies right now are a little too easy to beat. Like, I don't feel like my life is in danger. So, what we can do... Okay, 11 minutes until load shedding, boys. 11 minutes until load shedding. Let's go. What I want to do is go prefabs. Let's go to the enemies, gunner enemy. Let's set the speed level to elevated. And I think this will give us that... This bug on my monitor. It's been pissing me off. Okay. Let's see now. We should feel a little more threatened. I don't feel threatened. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, can do that. Still not feeling that oomph yet. So, it's because I didn't do the override. No, it's not because I didn't do the overrides. Let's put the speed level at severe. Let's put the rate of fire at elevated. And see where this takes us. Okay. Guys, I don't feel as though we're doing the things that we need to do. Let's go to the enemy fire script. And set damage value, set speed value. That's for, okay, we don't want enemy fire, we want enemy follow. Yes. Ah, it's because we haven't set the speed levels. That's why. Okay, cool. Let me throw this up on my monitor. 9 minutes left until load shedding. Okay, so speed levels. If we minimize this and then we go to enemy follow, speed levels, there's 6. Oh no, but we have. So then what's the problem? Don't piss me off. I think it's just, where can I add you, by the way? I don't think I have you on Discord. And I got a new number. Ooh, yeah, drop your Discord. And then I'll swing you an invite that side. If you're cool with that. Or yeah, you know, I'll just drop my Discord in the chat. And then how does one get their Discord? Isn't it just like a bunch of numbers now? Copied. Then I just go here. Drop it over here. Hurry, bro, you're cutting it close. Save. Yes, I'm gonna save. Okay, cool. Jordan got me. And then I know I need to do numbers, don't I? Was that just the old Discord? Let's see. I don't. Oh, I don't have any numbers. Yeah, so yeah, it's just Renegami. Yeah, pretty simple. Drop an invite and I got you there, buddy. Okay, cool. Save. I need to... These speed numbers... Ah, friend request. There we go. Accept. There we go. Good stuff. Friend Aaron has been acquired. Okay, so we have these speed levels here. Speed levels aren't great. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. So what I want to do, let's start at 3. Then we go 4. Then we go 5. Then we go 6. Then we go 7. And then we go 9. So there we go. Okay, cool. Still have 7 minutes left to test everything. We're all right. I feel like I'm gonna feel threatened now. Let's go. Okay, they're moving now. Whoa. You see that right there? That's what I'm looking for. I'm getting there. Reload. Dodge. Okay, cool. All right. Let's test that again. Let's see if I'm getting that same feeling. Alright, cool. This is good. Whoa. Yeah, that's what I want. I want to feel like I'm in danger. Okay, reload. Okay, I'm feeling this. Okay, let's do that one more time. The fact that I want to do that another time showing me that I got something. I got something. Okay, cool. So shoot. And then what I want to do is that you can see that when I shoot their projectile, like it disappears. I'm going to do like a little explosion kind of thing. Like, you know, like when you're playing Dragon Ball Z and like you do the clash of like attacks and kind of thing. Like I want to do that for the projectile. So that's just very pretty. And that can also cause like a little damage effect as well. So even shooting their bullets... I need to code this laser so that it actually works properly, because I can go bzzz, but it's not damaging yet. I still need to do the damage. But anyway, ooh, I can use the sniper. Hold it down, hold it steady. Snipe. Ooh, big boy damage. I'm actually having fun. Let me put the big boy missile. Oh, I missed. And the missile takes a lot of time to load. Missile. Okay, fine. Blaster, there we go. That boy's gone. Rapid fire, there we go. Okay, cool. So I've got something. All I need to do now is work on different types of firing. What I can do is I can do rate of fire. If I go to enemy, About 5 minutes. This is the last thing that I'm going to do, and then I'm going to shut down everything. Okay, enemy fire. This is the damage values, and then projectile speed values. That's fine. Where's the rates of fire? Rate of fire, rate of fire, rate of fire. Have I coded it yet? If I haven't coded it, I'm not going to do it. So that's projectile speed, set damage, set speed value, can start firing. Okay, I haven't done rates of fire, but that's the next thing that I'm going to do when I get back to this project. Okay, let me start saving because shit's about to get critical with this power cut. 2 hours of no power. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. Okay, play one more time. One more time. One more time. One more time. Alright, cool. Ooh, ooh. And I need you to do like a little. Oh, Jesus. Oh, I'm dead. Okay. I actually need to code the dying for the player. Okay, this is good. This is good. I'm getting there. Okay, 3 minutes. Okay, save. That's fine. Close this down. There we go. Okay, so that's fine. We're good. We're good. We can close this. And yeah, thanks for joining the stream, guys. It's pretty fun. Got a lot done. Now I can just work on some visuals for the enemies. And yeah, I think we're getting close to having a prototype that I can share with you all. Need to get over, bro. As much progress you're on, dude. Need to leave this country as soon as fucking possible, bro. It's not fun. This power cut situation is not fun. Like for the last, let me just tell you what my load shedding schedule is actually. So tomorrow I don't have power from 6 until 8:30 in the morning, and then in the afternoon I don't have power from 2 until 4:30, and then again tomorrow night my power goes out at 10 until 12:30, which is cool and nice. Cool and nice. Like we have this app, like load shedding app over here that you can see. But yeah, anyway, cheers guys. Thanks for stopping by the stream. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your night. I'm going to pop open the iPad and get to drawing. So yeah, thanks guys. It was a really fun time, and I will catch you guys in the next stream.